Hello, Fred Scribers. Welcome back to another odd day upload. These are uploads that are not part of my regular uploads on the channel. My Pride and Patterson videos and my Fred Drives videos are all uploaded on even number days. And I normally don't upload on odd number days. This is extra footage for the baseball fans and for Fred Scribers that are not baseball fans and still want to support the channel. We're going to do a 1988 World Series replay. For those of you that know, the New York Mets lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And this isn't a World Series replay, but it is a championship series replay. And it's in the year 1988. And the way we do that is we are going to start a new game of Baseball Mogul. We're going to do the, where is it? Exhibition. So we're going to play a game or a series between any two historical teams. And what we're going to do is we're going to play the best of 7. So the series length is going to be the best of 7. Let's start it in October, right? Because these games were played in October. So we're going to be the home team. Right here, home team. So we're going to go to 1988. Just showing you how we set this up before we start the video real quick. 1988. And we're going to be the New York Metropolitans. And we're going to be the human manager. And then for 1988 over here, it's going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's go down to 88. There it is, 88, 1988, best of 7. And this is going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers. There it is. Los Angeles Dodgers, computer manager. As you know, we got beat. So can we take revenge here in this simulation, or will we suffer the same fate? Subscribe and stay tuned. Let's do this. Let's go to play now. Best of 7. Yeah, okay, yeah, DH. So we do need, wait, no DH. No zombie runner. There we go. All right, play now. Let's get the volume up. Dwight Gooden is going to start for the Mets. Here you see the pitching staff and the relief corps right there. And this is the lineup. We're going against Orel Hershiser. Hopefully this will bring back some memories. Some good memories if you're a Dodger fan. Some bad memories if you're a Mets fan. All right, let's get this championship series underway. And here's the first pitch. It's a pop-up, 1 man away. Here's John Shelby. These are the rosters that were on both of these teams at the beginning of the year. So they may not be exact rosters. Let me lower this a minute. There we go. They may not be the exact rosters from the championship series. But this is as close as we're going to get. We're in Shea Stadium, by the way. We started this guy right here, Kirk Gibson. He killed us. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. That's a base hit. Marshall does not have good speed, but he was able to come around to score. We are now losing 1-0. Pedro Guerrero. That retires the side. All right, if you notice on this graphic here for Orel Hershiser, I kind of did this not too professionally, but I actually have him on my team in a different simulation that I've done back in the 70s and 80s era. All right, so here's Orel Hershiser. Hershiser, actually a Dodger, not a Mets like you see here. But he's pitching to Lenny Dykstra. 1 man away. Here's Wally Backman, second baseman. 2 men away. And Kevin McReynolds. That retires his side. Dwight Gooden back to the plate. Mike Scioscia gets a base hit. Jeff Hamilton, he strikes out. Dave Anderson. And Oral Hershiser coming in. All right, so after 1.5, it's 1-0 Dodgers. Here's Darryl Strawberry. He gets a base hit down the right field line, and he makes it to second base. Here's Howard Johnson, Hojo. If you remember this series, let me know. If you remember where you were when you were watching this series, let me know. All right, Hit and Run Harry is coming up to the plate. Hit and Run Harry, Gary Carter. The manager of this team was Davey Johnson, if you remember, and he recently passed away. That scores a run. The score is now tied, and Dave Magadan to the plate. Ground ball to left. 2-man out, Kevin Elster. Had a chance to score, get that guy to score from third, didn't do it. After 2 full innings, the score is tied 1-1. It was a base hit by Sachs. John Shelby. He steals the base. Ground ball to short. 1 away. Mike Marshall scored on that scored the very first run of this series. And Kirk Gibson. That retires this. Wait, what happened there? Sachs singled. He reached on a throwing error. That's what happened. And John Shelby tagged up on the Kirk Gibson flyout. So that explains these 2 runs here. Completely threw me off guard. That retires the side. Dwight Gooden to the plate. 1 away, Lenny Dykstra. He gets a base hit. He's on first base with 1 out. Just try to steal and see what happens. Yep, he stole it. All right, Wally, come on, bring him in. 2 men away, Kevin McReynolds strikes out. Here's Mike Scioscia. He's on first base. Base hit by Hamilton. First and second. Doesn't look too good for the Mets here. If you watched the Yankees-Mets 2000 World Series replay, thank you for watching that. We were able to, well, I don't want to say what we were able to do, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. We did a World Series replay. Wild pitch, 4-1 Dodgers. Here's Strawberry. One out, Howard Johnson. I remember exactly where I was, exactly where I was working when this series played out on television. John Shelby and Mike Marshall. Shelby reached on a throwing error by the third baseman. Come on, Hojo. First and second, nobody out. Does not look good. No sirree, Bob. 5-1. We're getting hammered. Oh yeah, we're getting smoked. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Here's Hamilton. That retires the side. Next up is Dave Magadan. One man out. Kevin Elster. And Dwight Gooden. He's given up 5. I think it's time to not get Mookie Wilson in there. Who's the center fielder? Dykstra. All right, Mook. Come on, man. That's a home run by Mookie Wilson. 5-2. All right, let's see if we can get something going here. There's going to be a foul out down the line, you think? Yep, inning is over. All right, let's get a pitcher in there. Let's take a look at our relievers. We got Randy Myers as the closer for this team. Let's see, Jeff Innes, he recently passed away. He's got a 69 rating. Let's see who else we got. Long relief, we've got Jose Roman and Virgil Conley. Let's see, John Mitchell, 58. Wow. Terry Leach. He's got a 29 endurance. Maybe we can get him to do two innings. He's a right-hander, throwing to 3 right-handers. All right, here's the Leach. That's a single. Run around first. He's going to bunt. Through a wild pitch. Terry Leach is a little nervous. 1 man away. Doesn't look good, folks. Don't know if we're going to pull this one out. 6-2. I mean, those Mets teams were really good at coming back from behind. All right, Backman trying to chip away at this lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Kevin McReynolds and Darryl Strawberry. I wonder if Hit and Run Harry should not have done that hit and run back. Maybe we could have had a big inning. That retires the side. Right, Terry Leach for his 2nd inning of work. Gets a single. And Kirk Gibson doing what he does best in that 88 series. This game is out of hand. Guerrero. 1 man away. There's a base hit. All right, that's enough for Terry Leach. We've got 3 righties coming up. Let's get Rick Aguilera in there. Maybe he can give us 2 innings. Rick Aguilera looks stunned. He looks like he's going, huh? Huh? What? He's like, you brought me into this game? Huh? Oh boy. And they pass ball. That finally retires the side. Gary Carter is 0 for 2 in this game. He's old, yeah, he's 34. Okay, Magadan. Well, you're not seeing the Mets win, but you're getting to see Shea Stadium. You're getting to see some of the faces that were on that team. Kind of going back in time in reality, because we were, I was going to give him a 2nd inning, but we need batters. All right, Keith Hernandez, why weren't you at first base, buddy? Who was that? Oh, Magadan was at first base. Well, that's the problem right there. I got to put Hernandez in there. Dykstra, 8-3. Is that an infield single? No, it isn't. That retires his side. All right, let's get Keith Hernandez. And let's put him. Let me insert Jeff Innes. What inning is it? It's the 8th. All right, that's McDowell's inning anyway. You put him in there. Roger McDowell. All right, there's the pitch by McDowell. Runner on second. On that double by Sachs. Got another hit. Shelby with another double. We are getting smoked. There's Mike Marshall, strikes, he flies out, and Kirk Gibson. 2 men away. Pedro Guerrero. Is that going to fall in for a hit? It does. It's now 10-3. Mike Scioscia. All right, bottom of the 8th. Backman. He grounds out Kevin McReynolds. Are we going to suffer the same fate that the real 88 Mets suffered? I hope not. Do you want to hit? No. 30%? No. Don't want to stretch it. Hojo with the error. He gets a base hit. He keeps the inning alive for the kid, Gary Carter. He pops up. He retires aside. All right, let's give McDowell one more inning. Look at this. The Dodgers have scored in every inning since the 3rd. 1 out. Dave Anderson. My nickname for him is Danderson. All right, we're at the bottom of the 9th. We've got Magadan, Elster. And let's see, we got a left-hander on the mound. Let's see if we can get somebody else in there. We have a left-hander we can throw in there. Yeah. So nope. I mean a right-hander, not a left-hander, a right-hander. Let's get Tim Tuffle in there. Here's Tough. Try to get something going here. 1 away. Kevin Elster. There's a base hit. Triple? No. He's in scoring position. That's good enough for me. All right, let's get another right-hand batter in there. Let me see this guy's splits against right-handers. Splits. Oh wait, they don't show the whole like his history. All right, no worries. Let's do Tim Tolman, the right-hander. He strikes out. And Lenny Dykstra, the last. We're going to have to do lefty on lefty. There's no way we were going to come back anyway. Very defeatist opinion on my part. The 1988 Dodgers defeat the 1988 Mets 10-3. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted to. Let's look at the lineups. Let's get Keith Hernandez at first base. Let me show the ratings. So let me see power. Kevin McReynolds with 94 power. Darryl Strawberry with 98. Howard Johnson with 92. We got to put these 3 big boppers right there. All right, who's got the best eye? Wally Backman has a good eye. Put him up there as a leadoff. Dave Magadan has a good eye, but can he be the DH? Let's see. Kevin Elster, 80, 81. Tim Tuffle with an 80. What is Wally Backman's stats? Where are you, Backman? You got a 92 eye. That's better than an 85. Because we need people. We need speed up there. So Lenny Dykstra has good speed. He can lead off. And he's a lefty, so it splits up the lefty-righties. And you got Wally Backman with a good eye. He's a switch hitter. And then you got the big boppers, 94, 98, 92. Yeah. But why are we doing? I want to do it without the DH, right? Because this is the National League. Use lineup, stats shown versus righties. There's a spot here where you can turn off the DH rating, the DH. Use the same lineup versus both. ratings this season. This is just, I mean, this is where I think it would have been. 1988. All right. Made a few changes there for the second game. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope the next couple of games will be a lot better for Mets fans. If not, and you're a Dodgers fan, then you're happy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember the 4 YouTube commandments: like, share, subscribe, and comment. And the 5th Angela Star commandment: be kind and be courteous. And we'll see you on the next video.